Wilmer and Katrina announced on Instagram that their characters would be traveling to the West Coast for a special NCIS and NCIS Hawai'i crossover episode. However, the joy was short-lived as Deadline revealed a few days later that NCIS had halted filming due to a case of COVID-19 on set. In today's video, we'll talk about the bad news for the future of NCIS, as well as NCIS's Wilmer Valderrama's odd living circumstances. Watch the video to learn more about the approaching terrible news for NCIS Season 19, as well as other relevant NCIS news. First, Parker's position in doubt as sneak peek hints at exit amid team struggles. Following the departure of long-serving mainstay Agent Gibbs, Alden Parker, played by Gary Cole, has been hailed as a breath of fresh air in the NCIS universe. Parker has swiftly won over NCIS fans and put any doubts about his arrival to rest, forming tight friendships with characters like Nick Torres, Wilmer Valderrama, Timothy McGee, Sean Murray, and Jessica Knight, Katrina Law. However, in Season 19, Episode 11, which airs on CBS on Monday, it looks like Parker will come clean about his doubts over his status in NCIS. Director Vance Rocky Carroll summons Parker to his office in a CBS sneak peek to check how he's doing as a team leader in the absence of Gibbs. Quite sure you didn't call me up here for empty calories, director. Parker replies to his boss holding a box of donuts. As he settles into his seat, Vance replies, "Relax, Agent Parker, this isn't a business meeting." Vance is perplexed by the connection, as he certainly did not receive the enthusiastic response he was expecting from the new NCIS director. Could this be Parker's method of informing Vance that he's having trouble fitting in with the team? Or is it Parker's personal determination to avoid being too attached to players like Torres and McGee as he looks forwards? Given how hesitant he is to express his joy about leading the team to Vance, Parker may already be evaluating his choices. Fans will have to wait until the end of episode 11 to find out if Parker makes a decision on his future, whether he stays with the squad or not. NCIS just revealed a long-time secret about Gibbs, so when is Mark Harmon coming back? In 2022, NCIS returned with an episode that placed the agents on the trail of a thief of classified Navy software, could control drones. The culprit was virtually right in front of them the entire time. While the investigation revolved around the stolen software, there was a mystery surrounding $10,000 that was placed into the bank accounts of McGee and Palmer, but not Torres, Knight, Cole, or Casey. The mystery was solved by Vance at the end of the hour, and it involved a long-kept secret about Gibbs that came to light about what he'd been doing behind the scenes for decades. In typical McGee form, he attempted to return the money to the bank because he had no idea where it came from. Palmer, for one, had no idea what had transpired when he told Knight the facts, but it turned out that the money had been set aside for his daughter. Knowing McGee and Palmer were unaware of a huge deposit in their accounts, Vance summoned them to his office, where they discovered there was nothing untoward going on, and they were not in any danger. "I simply wanted to welcome you as the newest members of the Leroy Jethro Gibbs College Scholarship Club," Vance remarked. "It's very Gibbs of him to do something so generous but not inform them." Palmer expressed his willingness to thank Gibbs in person. This fan favorite is returning to NCIS next season. In the series, actors and the roles they play come and go. The nature of television. However, every now and again, a character on the show is a fleeting appearance that leaves viewers wanting more. Those likable characters make their way back into the cast with a little luck and enough fan reaction. The popular criminal drama NCIS is one example of this. In the year 2022, a specific fan favorite will return to NCIS. Carol Wilson, an immunologist, has returned to Naval Criminal Investigation. Here's all we know thus far. According to Showbiz Cheat Sheet, Wilson, played by Meredith Eaton, appears in 3 episodes of the show after being introduced by Polly Perret's perky, goth chief forensic scientist. Wilson made his first appearance in Season 7's Faith, and last featured in Season 11's Homesick. In the second part of Season 19, series regular Brian Dietzen, who has played medical examiner Jimmy Courtney Palmer since the show's first season, will write an episode. According to The Wrap, when he announced his episode in November, he posted a snapshot of the script to Instagram with the statement, "In a word, appreciative." Deason has given further details about the episode since the announcement, including the thrilling news that Wilson will be returning. Meredith Eaton's return to NCIS is thrilling news to say the least, as she's most recognized for her performance on Boston Legal. Stephen D. Binder, executive producer of NCIS, told TV Insider that Eaton's debut has been a long time coming. "We're ecstatic to be able to collaborate with Meredith Eaton once more. She's a fantastic actor who lends a lot of life to our show. We've been waiting for her to return since her last guest appearance in season 11 when her schedule allowed." Now that we've discussed a range of NCIS news that's currently circulating in the media, it's now time to get into those stories we mentioned at the start of the video, like how NCIS fans can expect some bad news for the season 19 of the show, as well as the star Wilmer Valderrama and his unique family living situation. Stay tuned to hear more about both of these juicy stories. NCIS fans, we have some bad news about the future of season 19. NCIS Hawai'i Special Agent Torres, Wilmer Valderrama, and Knight, Katrina Law, may have to postpone their plans to assist Tennant, Vanessa Lachey. Wilmer and Katrina announced on Instagram on January 3rd that their characters would be heading to the West Coast for a special NCIS and NCIS Hawaii crossover episode. However, the joy was short-lived as Deadline revealed a few days later that NCIS had halted filming due to a case of COVID-19 on set. NCIS is presently filming new season 19 episodes, according to the outlet, but work was halted once a positive test was verified. Cast members thought to be involved in the coronavirus case. In terms of the NCIS Hawaii crossover episode, the show will continue filming next week. This could alter due to extraordinary infection rates. Since the coronavirus pandemic initially hit the United States in March 2020, other variations, including Omicron, have been discovered all across the planet. The state of California, where many TV and movie productions take place, has seen a 500% surge in new cases in the last 2 weeks, according to the New York Times. NCIS and NCIS Hawaii join other shows affected by Omicron, including ABC's Grey's Anatomy, Station 19, and The Rookie. Disney, Amazon Studios, Netflix, Universal Media Studios, and Warner Brothers Television have all taken steps to combat the recent spike. It's unclear whether the NCIS Hawaii crossover episode will still run on March 28, but for now, safety must take precedence. NCIS Wilmer Valderrama's unique living situation. Wilmer Valderrama is the proud owner of a 3-acre estate in Los Angeles, but he doesn't live there alone with his fiancée and daughter. NCIS star stated that he shares his house with his divorced parents and father-in-law, in addition to his soon-to-be wife, Amanda Pacheco, 31, and their daughter Nakano, who turns 1 in February. Fortunately, Wilmer's mother, Zobeda, and father, Balbino, are still close after their divorce. Amanda's mother died of an ovarian cancer 7 years ago, but she remains close to her father, Armando. Wilmer remarked that being surrounded by his daughter's grandparents is excellent because he never has a problem finding babysitters when he and Amanda want to go out on a date. "We go on our Vespa and travel about the neighborhood as soon as the baby falls asleep. You come up with new ideas for dating nights," he says in the current edition of Parents Latina. In his mid-20s, Wilmer bought the house that had belonged to Chuck Norris. He bought the property next door in 2019 to give his family even more space. It had 6 bedrooms and 9 baths. In 2020, he gave Architectural Digest a peek inside the estate, displaying an astonishing memorabilia turned glam room covered in historic newspapers from floor to ceiling. Wilmer's home is a mix of old and new, with an antique oak bar in his living room and a coffee table constructed from a retired Japanese fishing boat, propeller, and modern flight fixtures. And there you have it, all the latest and greatest stories and news about this series NCIS. After hearing the sad news that's to come for season 19, we can definitely say that fans will be devastated, but hopefully, as the cases calm down, they can continue to film again. Leave us a comment down below which season of NCIS has been your favorite if you're a diehard fan. We hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.